Hey everybody, this is the video for Wednesday, September 9th. It is actually Tuesday afternoon at 3:08, and I'm getting kind of tired and sleepy, but I'm going to get this done so you guys can get your Wednesday assignments out of the way, and we'll just keep cruising through the week. Hope everybody's doing good. Alright, so you should have done that homework from last night. Should have gone pretty smoothly. I think you just had to name the variables and tell what operation was going on. That should have been no big deal. If you have questions, you need to ask me, okay? Alright, so go ahead and get your notes out and get ready for this warm-up. Here we go. Okay, so we got date 9/9/20, and the question here says, what step must be taken to solve for each of the following one-step equations? Alright, so go ahead and write this one down. Just write number 1. We've got a variable of q minus 12 equals 1. I don't want you to solve this, okay? I just want you to tell me what you would do to solve it. So take a second and look at it. What do you have to do to both sides of that equal sign in order to solve for q? Well, let's see if we have subtraction. We have to do the opposite. So we would add 12 to both sides of the equal sign. Just remember, what you do to one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other side, right? How about this guy? We have 8y. So 8y together like that means it's multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is, you guessed it, division. So this is the way I do it. I would just divide by 8 on both sides. Hopefully you can see that, okay? How about that? And this guy, you guys remember that we talked about how with a fraction it's just division with an attitude. So another way to write this would be r over 3 equals 7. Well, that's a division problem. What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So the way I write this out, and you'll see me do this on various papers and mod sheets, over here I do like parentheses because that'll say multiplication. And I want to take everything times this 3 because that's what I want to get rid of. Because I want that r to be all by itself. Okay? You don't have to answer it. Just show me that one. Last one. We have z plus 6. Since we have an addition sign here, we have a positive 6. The opposite of positive 6 is, you got it, negative 6. So you would subtract 6 on both sides. Alright, not too bad, huh? I want you to write down the next few things. Get that on there so hopefully you can see it. Okay, the notes. It says inverse operations. That just means opposite. Okay? Inverse operations. Inverse operation is the opposite. So we know that we have opposite integers, or numbers, right? Negative 6 and positive 6 are opposite. Well, we have the same with our operations. And you guys, I think you already know this. So if you have the addition, the opposite is subtraction. If you have multiplication, the opposite is division. Okay? You guys are good with that. I just want to keep practicing. So make sure you jotted that down. And when you hear me say inverse operation, that's all I mean is opposite. So inverse opposite. Alright, let's do some practice problems. Basically the same problems. They are the same problems. So let's just do them quick. We would add, see that? Add 12 to both sides. So jonk, that goes away. And what I mean by that is it cancels to 0. If we have a negative 12 plus 12, That's a 0. That's 0. So we're left with just Q, because variables want to be all by their lonesome. So Q is equal to 13. The way to check that would just be to plug back in. Come back up here. Is 13 minus 12 1? You betcha. It sure is. Okay, this one, in our warm-up, we said that we would divide. So we divide both sides by 8. Yonk. That y's by itself now. Actually, it's not by itself. It's got a 1 in front of it. But once you get in your heads that 1 in front of a variable like this, 1 times anything is just the anything. So the 1s are invisible. Okay, 1s are invisible. Because 8 divided by 8 is 1, but 1s get to be invisible. Okay? So then 48 divided by 8, let's see, I think that's 6. And you can use your calculator for that if you're unsure about the multiplication and division. No biggie, okay? But you do need to know what to do. Alright, so we know that this is a division. Can you see that? That glare is right in your way. So number 3, we had 3, or R divided by 3 equals 7. We know that we need to multiply on both sides. So we're going to multiply by 3. Okay, you're multiplying by wherever the number that is with the variable. That goes away. So we're left with R equals 7 times 3 gives us the 21. Okay, last but not least, we have 10 equals Z plus 6. So I'm going to tell you, I'm a big fan of having this reversed. I like to have a variable on the left side, but this is no big deal. I'm just going to show you what I mean. I like the variable to be on the other side, so I just flip it. It really doesn't matter. It's just something I like. I like to have it in that direction. So we look at this, we see that we have a plus 6, positive 6. The opposite, or the inverse, would be negative 6, or minus 6. Jump on. Left with the Z. Looks like it's Z. And then 10 minus 6 gives us 4. Again, we can plug these back in. So if we plug that 4 in here, we have 4 plus 6 equals 10. Here, if I took 21 divided by 3, I would get 7. And if I took 8 times 6, I would get 48. So those are easy to check. Okay? All right. Your homework is to go, it's listed underneath the video, underneath there. You've got a quizzes to do. Join quizzes. You should be able to just log or click on that and they'll bring it up. And you are going to use the code . 601176696. And hopefully I put that on the Google Classroom so you can just copy it right in. Okay? You copy and paste it. There's that. And you have an ongoing assignment you need to be working on. You don't need, we already printed those off for you. So you need to be working on your graph, your picture graph. Okay? Email me if you have questions. This part, basically, you've already done if you were here yesterday. Okay? Let's see, I think I would like those. Let's try to get those done by Friday, the coordinate graphs, but I'll probably take them Monday. So, not a huge pressure on that, but let's be working on them, get it done. And I want them colored, because it just looks cool when they're colored. Because I'm going to want to hang them up at Halloween. So, anyway, let me know if you've got questions, and we'll see you soon.